Long ago, in a time before the sun had forgotten its shine, animals lived together in peace, sharing their homes and their food. But something had changed. The rivers that once flowed with cool, sweet water had dried up, and the trees that were once heavy with fruit now stood bare. The air was still, and the earth, once rich, had become dry and barren. The animals, lion, elephant, tortoise, hare, squirrel, and even the mischievous hyena, were hungry. The land no longer provided for them, and each day, their bellies grew emptier and emptier. One morning, as the sun began to climb slowly in the sky, Tortoise, with his slow and steady steps, ventured into the forest. His shell shone in the sunlight, glinting like a polished stone. He thought to himself, perhaps today, the forest will have something for me to eat. Slowly, he wandered through the dry underbrush, looking under every bush and around every tree, hoping to find something, anything, to fill his empty stomach. Then, out of the stillness of the forest, came a sound, dum. 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 It was a beat unlike any tortoise had ever heard before. A rhythm pulsing through the air, a strange, steady drumbeat. Curious, he followed the sound through the dry leaves, until he came upon something truly unexpected, a shining drum, resting beneath the branches of an old, tall tree. It sparkled as if it had come from another world. Tortoise blinked in surprise. Could this be the answer to his hunger? Without a second thought, he tapped the drum with his claw, dum. And as soon as he did, something magical happened. From the drum spilled a cascade of food, rich, steaming yam porridge, freshly roasted fish, juicy fruits, and sparkling palm wine. The food tumbled out onto the ground like a gift from the heavens themselves, filling the air with sweet scents. Tortoise's mouth watered. He ate and ate, tasting the softness of the yam porridge, the crispness of the fruit, and the tender fish. He ate until he could eat no more, and then, whoosh, just as quickly as it had appeared, the food was gone, as if the earth itself had swallowed it. He chuckled, patting his round belly. "This is no ordinary drum," he said. "This is the drum of plenty." Excited, Tortoise hurried back to the others. "Come, come, friends," he called. "I found something wonderful." Lion, elephant, hare, squirrel, and even hyena all came rushing to see what Tortoise had found. Their eyes widened when they saw the glowing drum. They, too, had heard the rumblings of hunger in their own stomachs, and they wondered if perhaps this drum could be their salvation. Tortoise tapped the drum again, his eyes twinkling with mischief and excitement. Dum. 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 The sound rang out, and once more, the food tumbled from the drum. This time, it was enough to feed everyone, fruits, bread, soup, roasted fish, and more. The animals gathered around, eating happily, their bellies finally full after so many days of hunger. But as the last of the food was gobbled up, a whisper echoed from the drum. It was soft, like a breeze, but it carried a weight of warning. Eat all that is given. Leave nothing behind. Waste nothing. The words seemed to hang in the air, a rule set by the drum itself. For many days, the animals obeyed the drum's rule. They ate together, shared their meals, and left nothing behind. But one day, greedy hyena, with a sly smile on his face, muttered to himself, "Why should we finish everything? There's so much. Surely, a little waste won't hurt." With a chuckle, hyena tossed the leftover scraps of food into the bush. The others watched, unsure, but no one spoke up. They were afraid to confront hyena, who was known for his tricks. And so, the food was thrown away, forgotten, left to rot in the dry wilderness. The next morning, Tortoise, unaware of hyena's mischief, tapped the drum again. Dum. 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 But this time, there was no burst of food. Instead, the air grew heavy, the sky darkened, and the ground trembled beneath their feet. The drum began to shake, glowing an ominous red. The animals looked at each other in fear, wondering what had gone wrong. From the drum, there came a roar, a terrifying sound like the wind before a storm. Out leapt fierce spirits, their bodies glowing with an eerie light, holding long, jagged sticks. "You have broken the law of the drum," they shouted in voices that echoed like thunder. With swift, angry movements, they chased the animals, striking them with their sticks. Lion roared in fury, elephant trumpeted in fear, and even hyena howled in pain as the spirits chased them through the forest. When the spirits disappeared, vanishing back into the drum with a final dum, the animals lay in the dust, so unashamed. The drum was silent now, no longer glowing, no longer offering food. It had punished them for their disobedience. The forest grew still again, and the animals crept back to their homes, nursing their wounds and pondering their mistakes. From that day on, the animals had to search for food once again, for the drum of plenty had fallen silent. And though they never again had such easy meals, they learned something important. The lesson of the drum stayed with them forever: what is given must be respected. Food must never be wasted. And as Tortoise, wise as always, and the rest of the animals gathered around, he shared that lesson once more, pointing toward the future. Let it be a reminder to you all, he said, respect what you are given. Waste not, for it is a gift from the earth.